Team Gushu at the Brier, as you know from having watched it for so many years. What's it like on the inside right now?
It just feels great. I think we're loose, we're having fun, I think we're enjoying being out there. The Brier's another level it is every year, and it's just a blast being out there again.
So, as I said, you've witnessed how this team typically ramps it up as the league goes on and gets off to a slow start. What did you ever put that down to when you're a rival, and what's the kind of the internal conversation?
Well, I think if you're a team that's going to win one of these Briers, that's the trajectory you need. You need to do some learning in the week, and you need to play your best on the final weekend. And it's really no surprise this team's been able to do that a number of times now, and certainly hoping this week can be another one of those.
Did people read too much into that last slam about where this team was at, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. When I joined the guys, we weren't after instant success per se. We were looking to build something together, with a pretty short horizon, but looking to build. And that takes some time, and I think we're doing the right things. I think we're putting the pieces together. I think you see us out there having a pile of fun, and that's a big part of it.
Congrats. I mean, I know you guys have been kind of knocking at the door at that win all week, so how did that feel?
Yeah, it's really nice to finally get that win. I know we've had 5 really close games coming into this game, so to be able to finally come out on the right side of the scoreboard, it really means a lot to us, and all the hard work that we've kind of put in earlier this week has finally paid off.
How proud are you of the guys and just what you've been able to do? Because when you look at those line scores, your record doesn't reflect where you guys are at right now, I don't think.
Yeah, we've played really well all 6 games that we've played now. We just kind of came up against really good teams and like 5 best in Canada pretty much right away. So we just had to grind through it. The results haven't come until today, but we knew eventually that we would be able to get a win under our belts and then hopefully just continue for the rest of the week here.
What have you liked about your team's play this week?
Everything. The boys have been playing lights out in front of me. Easy to read their rocks. Their weights are all been really good. So it's been a really great week for us. I know, like I said, the results haven't been there, but stat-wise and playing-wise, we've still been really good. So they played really well in front of me.
Can you just describe what that opening weekend must have felt like?
One of the coolest experiences of my life, playing the best teams in Canada right off the bat, and the crowd right behind us against all the teams, even against Gushu, like the fans come from everywhere to cheer for him, so to have even the fans cheering for us over him, it was a really special moment, and it's something I'll never forget. It was just so cool.
Did you expect that coming in this week?
No, well, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest. I knew that being in BC, we'd have a lot of support, but when I made like my first real good shot and the crowd erupted, it was just like chills. Like it was the coolest moment for sure.
You've probably watched a lot of Brier. Have you been to a Brier before as a spectator?
No, actually,
Never?
no.
Yeah.
We haven't had the opportunity to before, so this is my first for everything. So it's really cool to play in my first Brier and watch my first Brier, I guess, too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Alex, I know, and Brian have had those experiences. That's something you guys leaned on a little bit just to know what to expect.
Yeah, we brought Brian in for that reason because he's won the Brier before and he's been here coaching the last few years. So we asked him to join us, and so we've been able to rely on him. And Alex having the experience for the past 2 years, and this is his 3rd straight. They've been able to just provide so much information for us on what we should expect, and it's kind of all of our first Briers in BC, so we are kind of all experiencing that together, but everything else we've been able to rely on them for a lot of stuff.
What do you want to take away from the rest of the week from this?
I think we just want to finish out on a 3-game winning streak here, get our record up a little bit. It doesn't reflect how we've been playing, so if we're able to win these last 2 games after today, we'll leave pretty happy, so that's the goal.
Let's talk about the last 24 hours. You had a lot of time to think about that loss and what went wrong in it, and I imagine there was some good debrief, and you tried to get out there on the ice today. They just kept it tight.
Yeah, had a very, very good amount of time off. I think we took advantage of that. We knew we had to come back and bounce back with a win today. We came out and I thought we did exactly what we wanted to do in this game. The scoreboard was in no means indicative of how the game was played, but we were in control of all of it, and it's a comfortable spot to be in.
I know you're going to dwell on the 1 and 10, but you are very good at putting those behind you as a rule, and I guess it's another reminder, you can't take anything for granted at this point.
Yeah, totally. No guarantees, obviously, and it's nice to have the second chance to redeem yourself.
Right. What was the thought process? I mean, you've been through that before, but did you have any issues settling the nerves for that last draw after what had happened in 10?
No, I mean you experience those moments so many times throughout a year. That's why we go and play as many games as we do and play in as many big events as we do to prepare yourself for that moment. It was pretty easy making the minor adjustment. We were on the same side of the sheet. We had a really good idea on what it was going to do, and when you put it in the Brush Bros' hands, you're usually going to be in a good spot.
Speaking of a good spot, you're in a good spot, obviously, in the standings, and you look around and there's 4 real teams going for 3 spots. You knew that coming in. You must be happy with where you are right now.
Yeah, I mean, we control, we control everything in regards to our fate when it comes to this pool. We got a pretty exciting 2-game day tomorrow, so it starts there, and then obviously we ended off with Brad. So I think we got to come out and we get New Brunswick in the morning, so got to start there, and then we can start looking at the playoff picture hopefully.
That was super exciting. I mean, obviously it's a great game to watch. Must have been a great game to play in too.
Yeah, very close battle with a great team. It was one of those coin flip games. I felt like they had control, especially early, but we had a good fifth end break, good chat, and played a little better in the second half.
Imagine you, as already the early portion of that round robin in your pool, you probably saw that game as having some huge implications down the road.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we still have another couple. Play 2 games tomorrow, and we finish with Dunstone, so it's going to be a very, very difficult game with potentially a lot on the line.
I think it's a pretty good indication of where the ice is at, that you knew where to put the broom, you knew the weight for that shot in 11, in an extra end, or in 10. That's a pretty big compliment to what the job Greg has done over the last couple of days.
Yeah, you know what, every once in a while, I would say a blind squirrel finds a nut, so Greg's done a pretty good job. Just kidding, I love Greg.